Hello everyone, welcome to GED. Today we have some Ballpark burgers and we're talking about Pagan Online has potential. So guys, first off, these burgers are something else. I have to explain what's going on here. So first off, we have the bacon and cheddar Ballpark pre-cooked burgers. I just microwaved them real quick to make them, hot because that's a valid way of rewarming them. And then we have some queso cheese, some garlic fried onions, and on the bottom we have some ketchup, all to go on an onion bun. So these things, I wish you had smell-o-vision because they smell fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And yes, this looks like a lot, these three burgers, but I mean, the patties are basically like a thin McDonald's hamburger. Maybe, I don't know, 6 ounces at best, at heaviest. And wow, they're just amazing. Speaking of amazing, let's get into Pagan Online, guys. I've been playing it. It's been so fun, so good. Check that out. And I've actually never had Ballpark pre-cooked burgers before, so let's try this out, see how it goes. Oh yeah. The crispy onions and queso cheese put this over the top, guys. So good. This is like the poor man's steakhouse burger. Heck, not even the poor man's steakhouse burger. This is pretty legit. You can really taste that bacon and that onion combo with the ketchup. Actually, as far as a meal goes, as a quick and easy meal, because these are pre-cooked microwave burgers, like, I recommend this. I strongly recommend this. And speaking of recommendations, I also recommend Pagan Online. But not yet. Not yet. Wait until full release. Right now it's in early access. No, don't buy early access. Wait until they finalize a bunch of stuff. And I do have some water here to kind of wash down the burger madness. So Pagan Online, I'm having a blast with it. I'm really enjoying how it plays. It's kind of like a cross between Battlerite and Diablo 3, but it's so well polished, so well polished. As an action RPG, it really brings back kind of a Torchlight feel where you're running and gunning all over the place, but it's in a kind of almost cartoonish feel, but not really. The characters are really cool. They all have a special, unique flavor to them. From mage to fighter to berserker to ranger to pet class to heck, whatever, dancing priest. The one thing they need to work on though, as far as the characters are concerned, is the skill trees are not really that impressive. As of right now in the early access, It's mostly just kind of improve damage or improve radius or improve cast time, etc., etc. Nothing really special to deviate the skills. And the grind feels good because no matter what you're doing, what you're collecting, what you're fighting, it still feels like you're getting more power, getting more, I want to say, skill augments and different types of stuff to unlock different powers for your character. Guys, crispy onions on your burger, just do it. It's so good. One thing though, well, another thing, sorry, I already did one thing. It's just kind of like, there needs to be the multiplayer, because right now it's single player. Just because they haven't implemented the multiplayer runs. Once they do that though, the fun factor will skyrocket. It's always funner to play with your friends, or just random pubs. Just being in a group is way funner, for me at least, than single player. As far as the gameplay in general is concerned, whereas in Diablo, you're running from zone to zone to zone, just killing randomly, mindlessly, Pagan is more like you go to a zone, it has about 4 or 5 checkpoints. Each checkpoint kind of locks down an area and then spawns monsters. But these monsters, they're tough. I mean, they require coordination and dodging of abilities, and it makes it feel like you're not just aimlessly wandering, you're kind of in these intense battles, even with minor mobs that have affixes and prefixes and etc., etc., and it just feels legitimately fun. It gives you that vibe of, I want to say almost a hardcore mode, but it's not really hardcore. But you're always like feeling the pressure of battle is what I want to say. You just feel like you're in a fight for your life instead of like, again, just running around aimlessly spamming abilities. And I like that. It feels good. The game's ultimate survival, though, will depend on how they implement the end game. Basically what they do to make the end game replayable, farmable, more skills, more powers, more augments, whatever, items. Because right now, none of that stuff is really implemented per se. And again, multiplayer. Multiplayer will make it all the better. There are also different game modes. Let me take a drink of water here, guys. There's different game modes you go through, from hunting specific named monsters to fighting a boss or epic bounties, I think they're called, where you go into a level and you gotta kill a very hard boss, very, very hard. Then there's defense missions where you defend points, general levels where you just run through the level and again get locked down in certain areas and fight. And all of this kind of flows very, very seamlessly. Like you could do one or the other and still feel like you're kind of getting a different experience each time. And then there's crafting. Item crafting is off the charts. Like literally most of your best items in the game come from crafting. So even though they say they're not going to install loot boxes for crafting materials, I think they will because the way they have it set up right now, it's very Hearthstone-esque, where you get cards for materials every day or every few objectives, and then you use those materials to craft items into more powerful stuff for any of the characters you can play. And the way the leveling system works, you're actually encouraged to play different characters. So you can have maybe 3 or 4 core characters that you gear up really well and you can freely swap between. Or if you're ultra hardcore, you can do all 8, I believe, are right now 8 characters. Well, anyways, guys, Pagan Online, keep an eye out for it. It seems legitimately good. Could be the AARPG of the year. We don't know yet, till they implement more features. As always, guys, remember to game, eat, and discuss. I'm going to finish this burger. Starting to get kind of heavy here, but oh man, it is so good, so delicious. I recommend all the ingredients I mentioned before. Catch you next time, guys.